And we are live. Hey, everybody, Nicole Cooper here for another episode of the Six Figure Entrepreneur Show, where we talk to you about amazing, hungry, ambitious, and driven entrepreneurs who partner up with the network marketing industry, who share their story why they found this industry to be the place for them to park themselves and build to create their own success stories. So today, I'm so excited to have the amazing, the famous, and very popular Master Cleanse and Raw Foods coach, Mrs. Pamm English. Some of you know her as Turner, Pamm Turner, who has had the chance to educate people all around the world about the Master Cleanse, eating clean, eating raw foods, and helping so many people lose hundreds of pounds, losing weight through her various programs. Today, she's going to share with us what inspired her to get back into this industry of the home-based business industry and why she made a decision to partner with the company that we are connected to and what her goals are for helping people, like many of her previous coaching clients, to lose weight and to become healthy through this program. So, Pamm, I'm so honored to have you here on my YouTube channel after your 1.5 million views on your YouTube channel. Maybe I can aspire to be like you with that amount of views. So glad to have you on tonight.
No. Everything I know, I learned from you. You were the guru extraordinaire. You took me when I was just a pup and just molded me into a mogul, somebody that, you know, is out there with a presence. But it's because I learned everything I know from you. I was taking notes, girl. Everything you said. So, no, I'm very, very blessed to be with you, Nicole.
It worked. It worked. I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. You know, for those of you who are watching this show, so I must admit, Pamm and I go back quite a bit. I tell her she knows me from since I was a child. She was the inspiration behind me becoming a real estate agent. She was actually my realtor back in the day, taking us around, and she actually looked at me one day and was like, "You sure you don't want to become an agent? Because you could be making your own check." And that was the introduction to my real estate career. So, Pamm, but let's talk about this because, you know, ever since I've known you, you've always eaten clean. You're not even going to say eating clean. You've eaten raw foods. You're the one who introduced me to the Master Cleanse. And I remember chugging the big gallons of salt water out of bars and trying to go to work and realizing that I needed to put some duct tape on my behind.
I do remember. I do recall those days, Nicole.
No.
I'm so proud of you, though.
Hey, I did it. I did my 10 days, and I've done the Master Cleanse several times. But, you know, why don't you tell the viewers a little bit about your background? Because you are phenomenal. You look amazing. You look the same age, and people will be shocked at your age and the kids you have. But talk to people a little bit about your background.
Well, I got involved in the Master Cleanse or coaching and just the whole nutrition industry when I was 40 years old, which was 16 years ago. But when I was 40, I got diagnosed with high blood pressure. And so I went to the doctor, and she was telling me that I'd have to take high blood pressure medication for the rest of my life. And I just thought, no, I don't want to take medication for the rest of my life. In fact, I don't want to take any now. But I went ahead and I took my medication, but I started researching on what I could do because it just wasn't acceptable to me to be on medication forever. And at the time she told me that, I used to work out and I walked at lunch. I worked at Lockheed Martin at the time, and I'd go walking at lunch, and I wasn't overweight. But she said because I was African American and over 40, which I just barely turned 40, she said, you are in the category for high blood pressure. And so, you know, I was going to have to take this medication. So what happened, I stumbled across the Master Cleanse, and I did it, and then I did it a second time 6 months later, and I did it a third time 6 months after that, and no more high blood pressure. So I was like, I'm onto something here. So I thought, okay, well, another thing, I like junk food, and I said, well, then let me just do the Master Cleanse, and then I can eat my cheeseburgers, fries, and a chocolate shake. That's what I used to always say. But after I cleansed so often, like every 6 months I would cleanse, after a while I started dropping foods that weren't healthy for me. My body just didn't want it. It just shunned it, like, I don't want that. And then after doing it for a few years, I went back to my class reunion, and I looked around and I was like, whoa, this is I'm onto something here, because the clock started to stand still for me, and so I just thought, okay, this is anti-aging. This, you can, eat healthy and feel better. It can get rid of or reverse your different maladies that you have. So as the body starts to fall apart, which most people say your body starts to fall apart when you're about 40, but that's because we've had so much junk food in our system all that time, and without cleansing, then it slowly starts to break you down. And but if you cleanse, Nicole, then your body can take a vacation from digesting all the garbage that we eat, and it can do other things like keep you healthy, keep you young, or at least looking young. You may not be young, but at least you'll look younger. So it really was a big insight for me. So then I started coaching people because I wanted to share it. I felt like, man, I got this information I stumbled upon. Let me share this. And another thing, it regulated my weight. So I don't have to diet. Like, I don't have to count calories, and I don't eat by points. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't weigh my food. I just eat, but my weight just kind of mellowed out right at about where I wanted to be, which was like early 150s, 153, 152. That's it for me. So
what size are you, Pam?
Size 6.
Which is the new size 0.
I'm sorry, the new size 0, yes.
In our population, I mean, when you have 50% of the population that are dealing with obesity, I mean, it's just, yeah. I was talking to a friend the other day, and I was like, girl, I've gained weight. Because we were talking about losing weight. And she was like, Nikki, what size are you? I said, I'm like a 10. I'm almost on the way to 12. She was like, girl, that's like a size 4 in this day and age.
No, you're tall, too, so shoot.
I mean, her thing was, she was a 22. She was like, you're not a 20. I'm a 22. So 12 is like my dream goal. Like, what are you talking about? But so and you're saying this, and I know you personally, but from a standpoint of who you were before 40 and who you were afterwards, let's talk about energy, and let's talk about like your skin and all these different things. Because how many kids do you have, Pam?
5. I have 5. My youngest is 19, and my oldest is 36.
Wow, and you look like you can be 36. You go, girl.
Thank you.
But tell them, just from a standpoint of energy, from what it did to detoxing the body, like what did that make you feel like?
Oh man, when you start to cleanse, it's just like I sometimes I would feel like I could jump over cars. I mean, that's how it just felt like the only thing holding me in was my skin. It was like I get up in the morning and I'd go in the kitchen to make breakfast, and I'd do like a raw food, and I'd start pulling out the fruit. And I kid you not, Nicole, my skin sings. It's like my cells start singing. It's like, oh my gosh, we get fruit this morning. And I've had one client, I had a young girl, she's 16, and she needed to lose 100 pounds, and she's lost about 40 pounds now. And she told me the exact same thing. She goes, Miss Pam, when I go in to make my breakfast, my raw fruit cereal, she said, I just get so excited. I feel like all this energy, and I'm so excited. I said, feels like your cells are singing, doesn't it? Like they're rejoicing over looking at this fruit. And she went, yes! I said, I know the feeling. So yeah, you get like this surge, just this energy. So yeah, it's because your body is alive and you're feeding it live food. So when you eat out of the plant and vegetable kingdom, you're giving live food to live cells, and your body just responds. Because when we eat our cheeseburger, fries, and chocolate shake, which is what I ate so often, you're feeding your belly. You're feeding your mind wants your garbage food. Your belly wants that garbage food, but your cells want something healthy.
Yeah, so they crave that. So let's talk about like what you've been doing with clients and what you've accomplished with them, but what also made you add the additional products that we have with the Iaso Tea and the weight loss tea and the additional products that we have. Like what did you see as far as a shift with your Master Cleanse clients that made you add this to your roster as a what do we call you? A healthy weight loss coach is.
Yes.
You're the body coach, right? Is your name Pamm English, the body coach?
Yes, body coach. Yes, but yeah, I'm a certified holistic health coach, but I like body coach just because I deal with the body. My biggest thing is I want a woman to look in the mirror and feel good about what she sees. And that's because I coached that young guy, Sidarian, down 52 pounds. And he told me, he was talking to me one day, and he said, you know, when you're overweight like that, you're just not happy when you look in the mirror at what you see. And I thought, man, I want people to be happy when they look in the mirror. And so I started coaching people. And so what happened was I noticed the way I do it, because I used to be a my way or the highway. It's like, you do this master cleanse, you go in 10 days without food, I don't want to hear it, I don't want any excuses, blah, blah, you know, and I was that type of a coach.
The body boot camp coach.
Yeah, the boot camp coach. Then I went and got certified, and when I was in the nutrition school, they taught all like 99 different ways to lose weight. But I would study one and go, no, no, no. But they taught us bio-individuality. Everybody's different. So I was like, okay, if everybody's different, then I need an alternative, because everybody's not going to go 10 days without food. Everybody's not going to let me beat them into subjection and then get to the size they want to be. Because I would tell people, you're going to hate me now, but you're going to love me when you jump into that size 6 dress. And that was always the case. But Nicole, there are people that just have watched me or hung, you know, kind of followed me for 2 years or more, and they just won't do it because they're not willing to go 10 days without food. What I love about this business and this product is they can still do what I want them to do, which is to detox their body and get all the waste out of their system, but they can do it and they can eat. So then they're happy and I'm happy, and then we can still get them to their goal, and that's what's happening in this business. It's just amazing. I can talk about this tea, they can still detox their body, because waste is heavy. If you have like 20 pounds of poop in you, and I can show you how to get 20 pounds of poop out of you, you're going to be 20 pounds lighter. And that's exciting. And so this tea, because it is detoxing you gently, you'll still get the detox. You'll still get the garbage out. You'll still get that waste weight out of you. But you're going to do so in a way that's happy for the client. The client feels good because they can still eat a bit. Now, they can't eat everything they want, but they can eat. And I don't believe in people going hungry, because that's not sustainable after the cleanse. So when you get off the cleanse, I want to teach you how to eat and not go hungry, but you can still lose weight. And so that's why I love this product, because they can eat and they can cleanse. So it's kind of like happy medium.
Yeah, so it gives them what they want while you get what you want, but can also coach them to get the end result that you both want.
Exactly. So it's a win-win. They win, I win, and I'm happy because they've squeezed into that size 6 and it looks good on them. So yes. I'm
so
really,
I'm before
and after. I'm sorry.
And I know you've been in network marketing before, and you stepped out of it for several years, because you and I have done several things together.
Yes.
But what made, you know, aside from the tea, what do you feel is different about total life changes than what you may have experienced previously in the other companies that you've been a part of?
Nicole, I've sold it all. I feel like I've sold it all, and if I didn't sell it all, I was thinking about selling that other that I didn't sell. But what I love about this is that it is a marketable product. The tea is not expensive. What sold me? You want to know what sold me?
What sold you? Tell me what sold you, lady.
The ingredients, because if I look at a canister, if I look at something, sorry, this is empty, but if I'm looking at a label, can you see this? If I'm looking at a label and I can't pronounce every single product, every single item that's in there, I tell my clients, don't get it. Do not get that. Do not put that in your body. And so when we were talking about the tea, the first thing I did was go and look it up. And I was looking at the ingredients. I know what that is. That came off a tree. I know what everything was an herb. So I was excited about that. And then when you told me price point, I was like, everybody can afford it. And Nicole, you never run out of clients because everybody wants to lose weight. If they don't want to lose weight, they know somebody that wants to lose weight. So it has been amazing. I mean, I just hit the ground running, and it's just like, open your mouth and talk to people. And so when you do, they're like, you know, do you know somebody that wants it? You don't even have to ask them. You don't have to walk up to somebody and say, do you want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? No, you just walk. You can walk up and say, hey, do you know anybody? Yeah, I do. You know, it's always like that. And so then you just talk to them, and then when the first thing they want to know is, how much is it? And you tell them the price, and they're like, oh yeah, I want that. So that's what's so amazing about this. If you've been in other multi-level marketing, you will make some money in this one. So this is the one where you're going to make money.
And what have you accomplished? I mean, you got started not even a week ago, and so today you put a post out there on social media. I was doing a coaching session earlier, and I go back to check my Facebook, and I just see you screaming through Facebook like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So what was this excitement all about, my dear Pam?
Well, I just kind of checked into my account, my PayPal account, and it was like, I've sold like $900 worth of tea, and I haven't been in the business, like a week? I've been in the business a little over a week, and I sold $900 worth of tea, and I'm just like, how did that happen? But it just happens. You know, most people want to lose weight, and a lot of people want to lose about 20 pounds or so. So, you know, I was like, okay, well, let's do it. And then the coach in me, I really feel it's a calling, Nicole, because the coach in me is like, well, you know what? Let me coach you. So it's like, you want to lose 20 pounds? I'm going to show you how to do it where you can eat and I can get you to detox and I will coach you. And so it just works. So I tell them, okay, go buy this and let me know and let me get you plugged in.
So what do you say to the people who are small in frame, who are interested in the business, but they say no one will listen to me because I am skinny and I can't sell this product?
You know, I used to get that a lot when I was doing garments for a while, and very, very successful doing them. But I used to get people saying, you one of them little skinny bees. You can't tell me nothing about losing weight. You ain't never been over the weight in your life. But you know what? To women that are slim, their friends, their family, their church members, somebody wants to lose weight. And so, and the bottom line is you have what they need. And if you go in the route of detoxing, everybody wants to do that. They don't know how. They don't know how to start. So just talk about waste in your body and getting rid of the waste. Because people that are thin have poop in their system. You can be like as big as a rail, and I can put you on that master cleanse, and you will poop crap for 10 days. And it's in your system. So bottom line is everybody needs to get rid of the poop. They do. Whether you're thin or you're large. And when you do, you're going to drop some weight. And even people that don't feel like they want it, that they need to drop weight, you need to drop the boo-boo. Get rid of the boo-boo.
Well, you know what's funny? So one of my childhood friends, she got into the business. She's very, very successful entrepreneur and businesswoman. And so she called me and she said, you know what, Nikki, I had one cup of tea and forgot about it. And she said, I went on about my day, and about 2 o'clock I found myself in the bathroom. And she said I was scratching my head like, I'm never in the bathroom at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And she said, you know, she was one of those people who had a hard time going to the restroom. And she said finally it hit her like, aha, the tea. And so we started cracking up because I said, you were singing the boo-boo song, huh? I get to boo-boo, I get to boo. And we laughed so hard. She was like, Nikki, I'm not going to lie. I really was singing. I was really singing that song. She's like, I've never been so happy to boo-boo in my life.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
You know, and I'll say this. A lot of people are watching this, and we're saying it all in fun and in laughter. But guys, listen, you know, and Pam, you know this. So many people eat poisonous foods every day. I mean, if you look at our population, if you look at our grocery stores, even down to the organic fruit. As a matter of fact, I had a good friend of mine tell me that her daughter, we keep her daughter alive. My daughter and her daughter are best friends, and her daughter kept complaining of a stomach ache. So she finally took her to the doctor and was like, she needs no gluten in her diet. She needs gluten-free, dairy-free, all these things. And the doctor basically told her mom, stop poisoning your daughter. And she said she was insulted. And she's like, I'm not poisoning. She was like, listen, even organic farmers don't eat their own food because they know what's in it. Organic, right? There's some things organic that are good, but there's just, you don't know what's coming in your system anymore. It doesn't mean you can't eat. You got to eat. But the reality is that we need to cleanse all that out. Like I saw a video today when it was talking about our body is like a car. It's like getting an oil change every 3,000 miles.
I teach that every single Master Cleanse coaching. I teach that exact same thing. Got to get the old oil out, get the gook out so you can put the fresh oil in. And not only that, you want your body to be able to absorb what you're putting in. And it'll absorb better if you clean all the old gook out. So yes, excellent analogy. I agree.
So when it comes down to the detoxing of the body and ridding the different things out of it, like what are some causes, illnesses that can happen if you don't do detoxes? Because I think a lot of people are looking at our tea and saying, well, I don't want to lose 5 pounds. I don't need to lose weight. There's some people who are like, I don't need to lose no more weight. But it's not just about the weight, right? It's about the detoxification of the upper and the lower intestine. So can you talk to us about the side effects that can happen as a result of you not taking these measures to detoxify your body? Like, what kind of things can occur internally?
One of the big things, Nicole, is joint pain and joint swelling, because your body makes 1.5 pounds of waste a day. If you're not pooping 1.5 pounds of waste out, where's that extra poop at? Your body starts to tuck it away in different places. And so you get toxins and garbage like tucked in your joints. And so you start to get pain. You get joint pain. But when you start cleansing, your body starts to pull. First, what happens is your colon empties out. Then when your colon empties out, all your other organs start to dump. They're like, oh, it's like you pulled up a big dumpster in front of your body, and then your colon dumps all their garbage into the dumpster. Then the other organs start to dump theirs. The liver's like, oh, it's room down in the colon now because that garbage is out. Oh, let me dump my garbage. And then the other organs start to dump. So you get like all this cleaning done out of your system. But when you don't, you have things like colon cancer and diverticulitis. You have like all this stuff. You have like I used to get swelling in my hands. I was doing the cleanse twice a year, and I hit 50s. Now, everybody says your body falls apart. If it's not falling apart when you're in your 40s, it's falling apart when you're in your 50s. And I started getting swelling. I had swelling in my left knee, and then I started getting swelling in my fingers, and stiffness and pain. And when I started getting the pain in my fingers and my joints, I was like, oh, no. So I did the cleanse one extra time, and before that cleanse was over, before the 10 days was out, all the pain had left. All the pain had left in my knee. I could lift my knee again. The pain in my fingers, I could move my hands again. I was like, okay. So I decided for me that when you hit over 50, you need to cleanse 3 times a year. But up until 50, you can get by with 2 times a year. So that's what I did. I said, okay, I'm at the age now where I need to cleanse 3 times a year. But I don't have that joint pain anymore. And so when I hear anybody that says they have arthritis or they have, rheumatism in their knee, or I just want to say cleanse, just cleanse. It'll all go away. Your body will pull all that garbage out. So a lot of our respiratory situation is because of the dairy that we eat, because that makes mucus. And so what's your body doing with all that extra mucus? It starts getting impacted, and you start getting these sinus headaches. And, just if you do the master cleanse, or if you do a detox like with this tea, it's going to clean the garbage out. Once the garbage is out, stuff can drain up.
You know what? I remember when you first had me do the cleanse. This is in like 2005 maybe. And allergies were so bad that season. I didn't even know what allergies were, but I remember the pollen on the car. As a matter of fact, it's really bad here in Texas. The pollen on the car being so thick that, you can just see what you're inhaling. And I did that cleanse, and all my allergy issues went away. Then I think my acne issues went away. It was a couple of things that happened. Damn, this really works. So let's talk about some results that you've been able to help people accomplish through some of your previous coaching, and some of the things that you plan on doing moving forward to helping additional people who really want to learn how to leverage detoxes. And then we'll talk a little bit more, too, about some of our other products. But what are some of the key things that you're able to teach people how to do leveraging our products, utilizing our products?
Well, now with your products, prior to, my big thing was taking people from the 20s, like size 22, 24, down to size 10 or down to single digits. And so I've had like a whole regimen that I was using to do that. But again, I alienate a lot of people because they don't want to do the cleanse. So now with these products, I'm going to be doing the same thing. So where the master cleanse is like you can lose 20 pounds in 10 days. With this, I'm going on a 20 pounds in 20 days with the tea, with the Iaso Tea. And so I'll still be able to coach and get people down. I love taking on those big challenges. Like I just got a client that wants to lose 250 pounds. That's exciting to me. I get excited about stuff like that. A woman comes to me a size 22. She came to me in January, size 22. She's down to a size 14 now, and it's April. So, that's what I'm going to be doing as well with this business, is taking those people that have a weight loss journey and then just putting together a plan. So they have a plan every day in their inbox. They have, okay, this is what we're doing, this is it, and I'll do coaching and then start to work and put everything together so that they can get down to where they want to be. I'm really big about when is your birthday?
Let's talk about that. So you're putting together what now? Can you explain the program that you're putting together? It's 20 pounds. It's 20 pounds in 20 days.
Yes. And so
meal plan to support it?
Absolutely. So what they're going to get is, and see, because you can eat with this tea when you're drinking this tea, a lot of people have been sending me jokes like, well, can I have a cheeseburger from my favorite fast food restaurant, or can I drink beer and do the cleanse? Is this the bagel and cream cheese cleanse? Sign me up. You know, I get a lot of that. So let me give a disclaimer. When I'm coaching you, you can eat, but you can't eat everything you want. But I'm going to show you. I'm not big about you can't have this, can't have this, can't have that. What I do, Nicole, is called crowding. So I always tell people, you eat the way I tell you up for breakfast and lunch and half of your dinner, and then the other half of dinner is for you. So if you want to eat whatever it is, have it on a saucer, but I want you to eat this, 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 and this. So you're going to eat and crowd out some of the other stuff, so you're going to eat less of the other stuff, but I have a whole plan of how I want you to eat. And so that's what I suggest. So people can do as little or as much as they want, and it's just going to enhance. So, and I'm not a big person also, Nicole, with like, you don't start and then I say, okay, this, this, this. I want you to exercise. I want you to run laps. I want you to do. I introduce it slowly. So I start with the food, how I want you to eat. I want you to drink this tea, and this is how I want you to eat. And as you get a little comfortable with that, then we're going to start doing a little bit of exercise, because I believe everybody has 20 seconds. That's my thing. Don't tell me you don't have time to exercise. If you got 20 seconds, I can show you what to do. And so, but as people start to see and enjoy what they see in the mirror, oh, wow, I dropped 10 pounds, or oh, wow, I dropped 5 pounds, they get excited. Then they start asking me, did you want me to walk? You want me to do a couple laps around the block? As a matter of fact, I'm glad you asked. Yes. So that's how we do it. I work it in as they're comfortable. So we get it all in, but we get it in, we take it in baby steps to get you there. So I've learned, Nicole. I'm not that. I'm not the drill sergeant anymore.
Sergeant has been laid to rest, and she who is softer has arisen.
Yes, that would be me.
Well, so let's talk a little bit about when this kicks off and who you're looking to work with, and what are your preferences for, how does this work? If somebody's watching this right now and they're saying, well, you're the Raw Foods Master Cleanse Coach, you've taken people from a size 22 to a 14 in 2 months, 3 months, 4 months.
Well, yeah, she started in January, it's April. So, yeah, in 4 months, she's gone from size 22 to size 14. And she's excited. She didn't own any 14, so she started to go ask her friends, you got some pants I could wear? So she said 22, she didn't even have 14s. I told her, don't go out and shop yet, because she wants to go down to a size 6. So I was like, I'm going to get you there, so don't do a bunch of size 14 shopping. Just borrow some clothes, and then we'll just keep going down the scale. So, but I'm sorry, what was your question?
That's because I have a question about that. So you took her from a 22 to a 14, and she has a goal of a 6. Now, a lot of people would think that you have to do extensive exercise to lose weight, and that, maybe that's a drastic amount of weight loss in a short period of time, and is that even practical? What exactly did you do, and how can people know that that'll stay off? Like, a lot of people worry about, well, if I lose the weight, how can I keep it off, and how does that work?
Well, she started with the Master Cleanse, and she was a size 22 and in a wheelchair. Now, I didn't even know she was in a wheelchair, Nicole. Her daughter called me and said, I just want you to know my mom walked around Walmart today for the first time. And I was like, what do you mean for the first time? She said, my mom was in a wheelchair, so when we go to Walmart, she was in a scooter. She's never walked around the store. She said, but we walked around the store. I'm so glad to get my mom back. And I started screaming. I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. I was so happy and excited. She also told me she had fibromyalgia. And the mom told me, she said, this is the first time since 1997 that I have not been in pain. And I was just like, these were things that she didn't tell me when we had the initial conference. But she said she was in hiding and she didn't want people to know. so we talked, and she just told me she was a size 22. She told me she wanted to get to a size 6. She's only 5 foot tall. So to answer your question, we started with the master cleanse. She did that for 10 days. After that, I gave her a modified meal plan. This woman told me that she had not turned her stove on in 26 years. She said, all I eat is fast food and restaurant food. So we started talking about Cheesecake Factory and, you know, like all these places. She's like, oh, yeah, oh, yes, 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 yes. So I told her, I said, the power of health is in your kitchen. The power of weight loss is in your kitchen. So I'm going to reintroduce you to your kitchen. Not necessarily your oven, but to your kitchen. So I started her on a lot of raw food. And then there's some things that she makes, like I give her recipes, and she'll send me little messages like, oh, I like that, or oh, I didn't like that. And that's okay. Bio individuality, everybody's not going to like everything that I send, but there's not a science to it. So if I sent you something that had Brussels sprouts and you hate Brussels sprouts, then change it. Put broccoli in there. You know, so there's different things. But what's fun about her, she said she'd never seen ginger. She didn't know what it was. Some of the things I listed, she said they went through the market and it was like, what is that? That's a ginger? Oh, that, you know, it was just so cute. So I've reintroduced her to her kitchen. Now, the weight that she's lost, she signed up for an aquatic, because she was so overweight and she was in a wheelchair, she signed up for aquatic aerobics. So she said she goes and gets in a swimming pool, and she walks. They have her walk one way and walk back. Well, all the resistance from the water is really, really good. And so that was her exercise. So she wasn't out sweating, and she wasn't on a treadmill or anything like that, because she wasn't walking. So she was doing that kind of aerobics. And then I had her planking. And what I was teaching her is, if you let your body get that heavy, it's very hard to hold your body up. So I started her on 20-second planking. Just hold your body up for 20 seconds. And it was really difficult for her at first. But now she does it. So, and we do it, you know, via webinar. And then afterwards, I'm hugging her. I'm doing like this, e-hugs, e-hugs. I'm so proud of you, because I can see her doing it. Then I put her on the side. So it's just little exercises that she's doing. But I was telling her, you build the core underneath all that excess weight. And as you lose the weight, you're going to have a strong, solid core underneath. So, but that, it's okay for her, because I have her doing arm exercises, because one of the things, you are really big, that you lose the weight, you have all this hanging in. So that's why for her, I've had her doing like things for her triceps to start to build. So as she loses, she doesn't have all this hanging in, which she doesn't. Now, she's in Alabama, so I only see her like you and I are seeing each other, but that I see, I can tell that she's doing good so far.
So let's talk, for all the people who are watching, you know, what would it take for them to work with you, and how does this work? What is the setup? Like, if people want to work with you and they're interested in Total Life Changes products, I mean, I know there's so many other products that we can talk about. I mean, people often hear about this weight loss tea. Tell them about some of the other things that the company has that they haven't even, you know, most people don't even know exist within the company.
Well, there's other products. There is like an NRG for energy, and then there's that emu oil. Emu oil, but I call it Iaso oil.
The Iaso oil, yeah.
Yeah, so that's really good. There's skincare products. So yeah, they're in coffee, but you know, I'm more into. I want my people to want the tea. So, you know, they can do what they want. They can go in and order what they want. But there's like a weight loss kit, and then there's like a kit for energy, and there's a kit for transformation. There's just like all these different types of kits that they can go in and get. So there's a lot of other things. I just specialize in tea because that's my thing. That's where I'm at. So yeah, but there is a lot of other things, and everything seems to be really, really excellent. And drops, people are flipping over those drops.
I know. The HCG drops are really huge. A lot of people already know about them. We've known several people who went and got the shots. Mm-hmm. They lost 30 to 40 pounds in a month. And so we actually have the HCG drops. And so what does someone do to work with you? I mean, how does this work with you being a part of your lose 20 pounds in 20 days and getting your coaching from the transformation body coach? How does that work?
Well, right now, I tell people to order their tea. I'm actually launching the 20 pounds in 20 days at the end of this month. So if they go ahead and order now, by the time by the time I'm ready to set everything up and get going, I can just plug them in. I'll be starting this around the 20th of April, which is really so in about 2 weeks, I'm going to start it out, kick it off, but I'm going to set it up where no matter when they get to see, I can plug them in. But if they want the benefit of the live webinars that I want,
But your phone is your audio is going in and out.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't
No, I can hear you now, but sometimes.
Technology challenged. I'm a great body coach, but I'm technology challenged, so I couldn't tell you.
Sounds clear now. But you're saying you're setting it up where they can.
Oh, I'm setting it up for the end of April, and that's just because I want everybody to be able to get their tea. And right now it's on back order a little bit, so I'm setting it up for the end of April. And so what we're going to do, if they want to get involved, they need to click on the little link that's somewhere around here and order their tea. I would really like them to call me first because I want to talk to them and find out how much weight they want to lose. If I know how much weight they want to lose, then I can give them a suggestion as far as how much, what type of products and how much to get. Because the last thing they want to do is run out of tea in the middle of this program, because then they'll be scrambling trying to get more tea, and they may end up having a little bit of weight because tea is so amazing. Everybody's buying it, so we're on back order. So yeah, they need to get the amount that they want up front and then hop on board, because we're just going to take that train and go on down. So I'm really incorporating a lot of what I teach on the master plans, but moving it over to the people that are doing the Iaso Tea. So it's going to be a lot of going to be meal planning. It's going to be webinars, so I can teach them, Nicole. I like to teach people what they're going to expect, because if they get a slight headache while they're on the Iaso Tea, it's because their body is detoxing and they might be withdrawing from caffeine. There's a lot of different things that can happen, and I want them to be totally in the know, because your family sits on the wayside, your spouse, your neighbors, your coworkers, and if you come in and you have a slight headache, I told you you shouldn't have taken that tea. I told you you should cleanse it. I told you, all the I told you so. So I educate people to know, what, this is a withdrawal because I was drinking 4 cups of coffee a day or that type of thing. So I take each day that I'm with them and I'll educate them on different topics so they know what to expect. And then I talk about food in general. I talk about craving and how to know it's craving versus hunger. And, I just go in depth into a lot of different subjects. So when they come out, they're very well-rounded. And the big thing about what I do, Nicole, because I teach people to not go hungry and I teach them how to change how they eat so they don't go hungry, it's very sustainable. So the lady that I had, I took her from a size 20, I took a woman from a size 20 to a 10, and she walked in the wedding and upstaged the bride, because the bride was it was her cousin, and they were both supposed to train with me together, and only the maid of honor did, and the bride didn't. And 1 month before the wedding, the bride saw her cousin had dropped all this weight, because she started with me at a 20. 1 month before the wedding, she was a 12. And the bride called me and said, "Can you help me?" And I was like, "Not this close to your wedding." So she walked into the wedding a size 10. Well, that was 2 years ago, and right now she wears a 12. She only went back up 1 size, but that's because when I teach you how to sustain it so that you don't drop the weight and gain it back and then some. So
I love it. I love it. Okay, so how can someone get a hold of you? What is your website?
Oh, okay. My website is 5 pounds, 5 days, IasoTea.com. I was thinking maybe they should look at my other website, because that would.
I'll put the link below if you want to work with Pam.
I was going to say, I don't even want to try and start.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot, and many of you might be saying, I can't quite recall what she just said. So in the description below, you will actually be able to see the link. And guys, we actually put this together. We're doing interviews with different people who partner up in business to let people know we're real people with real lives who made a decision to partner up with Total Life Changes for various reasons. Pam's was because she's been already doing this on her own, but she saw a vehicle to be able to help people in an even greater aspect, because a lot of people didn't want to do it her way with the master plans, but now they can do it this way with the detox tea that we have with Total Life Changes. And if you're watching this and you're saying, well, you know, I've been looking into the company, I'm very interested, I want to know, is it real? Does it work? You know, will I have support? And can I really create a successful, you know, generate successful income? I want to say yes to all of the above if you're willing to do what it takes to plug in what we're doing. We actually are a community and a team within the company. We're partnered up with amazing leaders. We are called the CEO Tribe. Means we're creating entrepreneurs and opportunities. And our commitment is to help 1,000 families earn 6 figures leveraging this business opportunity. And so we want to share with you guys who we are, what we do, what our specialty is, what our passion is, and why we've made a decision to partner up with this platform. And you see very credible, amazing people joining this movement, and the reason why is because they do see an opportunity for a total life change. We're talking your health, we're talking your finances, we're talking your social life, because people like me who've been online for the past 7 years and separated from human interaction, we're finally able to re-engage with people. And we're talking about just total experience, guys. We're having an amazing time. We're able to change thousands of lives. You know, as a matter of fact, while we're shooting this, what time is it, Pam, in your neck of the woods?
1:30 in the morning.
So it's literally 1:30 a.m. Pam is in Orlando, Florida. I'm in Austin, Texas, North Austin in Round Rock, Texas. It's like 12:30 in the morning here. But we've been wanting to do this, and our schedules, you know, we have so much stuff going on. And she was like, oh, I can't do it till next week. I'm like, let's do it right now. And you know, we did. And so having someone like her with such an amazing, incredible background, and guys, go look her up. What's your YouTube channel, Pam?
YouTube.com, Pamm Turner, Pamm Turner, Turner.
So look her up, Pamm Turner with 2 M's, Pamm Turner. We've recently married. Last name is English now. So, but look her up, Pamm Turner, Pammturner on YouTube, and see all the amazing things she's done over the years. 1.5 million viewers. And the funny thing is, she would call me screaming, "Oh my God, Nicole, I can't believe it!" You know, all her various videos, because people are going to her as the expert in her niche. And to have someone like her with such amazing credibility and accomplish so much and have changed already so many lives, it just goes to show the power of what we have here in Total Life Changes and within our community of the CEO Tribe. So we want to encourage you, if you're watching this and you're saying to yourself, which is funny, we have people watching us right now, it's 1:30 in the morning, but people are joining in and viewing. But if you're watching this and you're ready to make a decision and you want to move forward, and if you want to work with Pam specifically, you will find her information below. If you're somebody that follows me and you want to work with me, you'll see my information below. But we're on the same team. We're really building an amazing community. Our goal is to impact lives, and we want to make sure you get plugged in so that you can begin to accomplish your goals. So click the link below, and we want to thank you for joining us. So Pam, I don't know if you have any final words you want to share as we wrap this wonderful midnight session, my dear.
Well, what I would like to say, Nicole, is I appreciate your tenacity for hunting me down, because when I saw you blowing up my phone, I was like, I don't want to sell nothing. I'm not going back in the book. I don't know how I just knew that's why you were contacting me. I was like, I don't want to do it. I'm done. I'm not doing it. Nicole, it has been the most exciting week and a half. I have not felt this jubilant. You know, it has just been amazing. So I thank you for your tenacity and for making me pick up the phone.
Yeah, she was out in the middle of the ocean on a cruise. I was like, you need to pick up this phone and hurry up and get off that boat. I got something for you that you need to check out. Get off that boat. Hurry up. Tell them you got to go. Tell them send a helicopter. I'll send a helicopter to get you off the boat. It's so funny. Look, I've been recording this thing the whole time, and it's been on you the entire time. I didn't even realize it wasn't in exchanging between you and I, but that's fine.
Oh,
Got your lovely face up there.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's all good. So, yeah, so, all right, guys, well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Pam, this was so much fun. I'm sure we're going to do some fun stuff when I come to Orlando. We'll get in the kitchen and talk about some tips and stuff that people can do.
I'm going to teach you how to make some chocolate ice cream made with avocado. How about that?
Do some what?
Don't look at that. I'm going to teach you how to make chocolate ice cream that's made with avocado, but you cannot taste the avocado. It's creamy, it's rich, it's delicious, and it has no dairy. So,
well, I had my first smoothie with avocado the other day, which is, I'm a big avocado fan, so it's really delicious. Yeah.
Yes, it's a healthy fat, so it's good for you. So.
Well, thank you so much for joining. I'm very disappointed that I didn't have this engagement exchanging between you and I all this time. I was just looking at your pretty face. But guys, you get to see me now, although I was the commentator hiding behind the camera.
We can always shoot it again, Nicole. You know, hey, we can shoot it again and do it back and forth. I'm totally okay with that. That was fun.
Not at 12:30 in the morning when I wake up at 2:30 in the morning every morning. It's not going to work. I'm switching gears here. So, no, it was fun. Well, thanks so much, Pam, guys. Thanks so much for joining us. Click the link below. Make a decision. Join the movement. Or get plugged in so that you can at least get on the products. That's right. You can reach out to Pam or myself about accessing the products. If you want to work with her for weight loss in particular, get the meal plans, please reach out to her. See the website below. And thank you for joining us. More amazing information to come. All right, guys. Bye-bye.